Bonaduce, life coach. Danny Bonaduce, life.
All right, this is before I on the show where we get to chat. You give me a call and tell me what's bothering you at 1-800-252-1025. I'll do it again, 1-800-252-1025. Or we take your emails and we get those at lifecoach@KZOK.com and we chat. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Let's talk to Becky in Puyallup. Good morning, Becky. How the heck are you?
Hey, Danny. I'm doing relatively good here. I had a very unpleasant incident with some fast food.
Okay.
I'm not going to name the place, but
good.
I second bite into a burger, I bit into a ball of gristle and fur.
Well, that's just disgusting. You know what? I was sitting there looking at your phone call, and I was really giving this some thought, but I did not think fur. So you bit into your burger at a fast food joint, and you got fur on your burger.
Yes, fur. There was literally a piece. I thought that doesn't taste right, and of course I pulled it out and had a weird feeling, and there was actually a piece of fur. Now the fur looked to be vermin fur.
Yeah.
So I immediately, of course, spit everything out in the bag. It was very upsetting. They said, "Oh, sorry," and gave me my money back, and then I had to go to the hospital. I had to call my doctor because I had swallowed 2 bites of it. Spent the rest of the evening in the hospital, that evening there, and so now I don't know what to do. I have everything in the freezer, and everybody's saying, "Oh my God, you should get an attorney," all this stuff, but I don't know. I've never had this happen before.
It's not. Here's the thing: they're not allowed to do that. Here's the thing: are you in for the hassle? And I'll tell you, there's a very good chance that a judge, if it gets that far, is going to tell you this. And tell them that some vermin fur, if that's indeed what it was, is the price of doing business. If they're one of these, and that is, if they're an Empire, I hope there's not an Empire fast food restaurant. If they're one of those places, the judge is going to say, you know what, $5,000, if that's exactly what it was, and free burgers for the rest of the year. If that's worth it to you, because you'll win. You don't get rich anymore. Those days are over. So if you want $1,000, $3,000 and some free burgers, you should go ahead and take this to the court. But if you win $3,000, your lawyer's going to get one of them. So what do you do? Do you have that kind of time?
Well, first off, I never want to eat burgers again.
Then don't.
I mean, I can't even look at burgers.
I understand completely, but you're like I said, nothing happened to you. Your heart didn't stop. You're not gonna get rich. If you want to go in to the burger establishment and tell them, look what you're doing, straighten up and fly right, which you did, and what they offered you a burger. Is that right?
They gave my money back.
Okay, so that's essentially what's going to happen. I will tell you this on that one, unless you're just a great Samaritan and you're really looking out for the benefit and health of other people. But by the way, everybody's aware that 1 out of 6 million burgers is going to have some vermin in it. I would suggest that you just go on your merry way and go, this was gross, and then swear you're never going to eat there again, and then eat there again in about 3 weeks. This is not the end of the world, Becky, but I appreciate the phone call. Thank you.
I would say mental anguish.
Yeah, but it's not. Well, how much do you think you're going to get from a real life judge and busy schedule?
I don't know. I think I just want some money.
Yeah, well, you'd get some money. You'd win. If you can prove that's vermin fur, you would win some money. But if you got over $3,500, I would be shocked, and I'm busy. You got to go to court about 4 times to get that. You got to park. Court's a hassle. I would say, for me personally, it's not worth it.
Becky, go for Boca Burgers or Morningstar Farms in the future. That's what Tori and I eat. We're vegetarians.
Oh, I went to one of those places. I found some husk in my food.
No, you
I was very
didn't.
upset. I didn't know what a husk is.
800-252-1025. You need to call that number right now if you've got a problem that needs the help of the life coach, because you know what? Danny Bonaduce can help you.
Yeah, by the way, Becky, if you thought your house was on fire and I had water, the hassle I have just saved you, thinking that you've grabbed the brass ring and you're going to go sue that burger joint and you're going to be a millionaire. You should love me later on when you did not get involved in all that, because it wasn't going to happen that way. It was not the brass ring. It was a fur ring, and nobody pays that much.
But any kind of problem you're going through, Danny will help you. So
I
make
will.
the call to 800-252-1025. Sandy in Redmond has sent an email to lifecoach@KZOK.com. My best friend, my parents, other relatives, and other friends keep telling me my boyfriend is not the man for me. Sometimes I get that, but other times I feel very happy with him. The negativity around us is starting to get me down. How do I tell if I just have my head in the sand and I'm ignoring his shortcomings?
Well, first of all, I can't believe you don't see his shortcomings. I will say this. If everyone around you is telling you that your boyfriend's no good, there's a super chance he's no good. I would suggest you pay attention to people who love you and want the best for you. You would have been very hip to it if you'd have said, I think they're just jealous because we have such a great relationship and he loves me so much and he never looks at other women and he makes a good living and he's talking about having. If you'd have said any of that, I'd have said, well, follow your heart on this one. But I got to tell you, you didn't say that. And I would say that all the people around you, there's a very good chance that they are right. Having said that, you're in the relationship. They are not. I would now take this as a wake-up call, if you will, and start looking. Is he the right guy for me? Is everybody around me right? And my guess is you're going to find that he's not. He's not making the birds sing, and he's not making you see fireworks and stuff like that. He's just a guy, and I have no problem with that. You should absolutely be with Mr. Right now until you find Mr. Right. Oh, that was awesome, except I think I stole it from a college student. But you need to be with whoever makes you happy in the sense of, la-di-da-da-da. It's not... my guess is a million one. He's not the guy for you, but don't replace him. Don't break it off with him until you're replaced with him. But the chances are your family and friends are right, and this is not the guy for you. She didn't want to go to battle at all. No. She didn't say, my family's so wrong, how dare they? Then I said, fight it out. Nah, not the right guy for you.
800-252-1025. Still time to make that call to talk to Danny Bonaduce, life coach. And you can email 24/7 to lifecoach@KZOK.com. Sorry, we've got an email.
Put that anywhere.
What?
Nothing.
Oh. We've got an email from Tiffany in Seattle. I'm 24 years old. Growing up, my father was abusive, the kind that was behind closed doors for fear of ruining his perfect reputation. He has raised his fist to me now as an adult. I've even threatened to call the cops, but then he calls me ungrateful. I love my father, but refuse to allow his negativity in my life. He claims he's changing, but I don't see it. He acts like nothing ever happened if I bring it up to him. What do you think I should do?
Well, help me out on this, Sarah, because he brought up I guess it shouldn't make any difference to me what kind of abuse, but was there sexual abuse here?
No, raised his fist to me, physical abuse.
She said he did stuff behind closed doors and then added...
like a husband who abuses his wife.
All right, fine, good enough. I just want to know what we're doing. It doesn't make, like I said, it doesn't make any difference. Abuse is abuse. I cannot believe you're still involved with this guy. This guy's a menace. You can't really these days raise your hands to anybody, and let alone a female kid. You threatened to call police. Okay, you threatened. That means he heard you. That's a warning shot or across the bow. This guy even thinks about hitting you. If you feel in jeopardy, you call the police right away. And watch how fast. If he believes you're going to call the police, this is a guy with a sterling reputation. I don't know what he does, but it's like, one of 7 things he does for a living. And if he's got a sterling reputation in that occupation, he's going to jump through hoops to not have. Now, I don't say blackmail him. That couldn't be more wrong, but let him know, I'm not playing with you anymore, mister. If you raise your hand to me, even raise your volume of your voice so that I feel threatened, I'm on the phone with 911 immediately. And by the way, and you need to take this very seriously, that doesn't disappear. When a 24-year-old girl calls the cops on a guy standing right there and the cops come, if you're saying he hit you, he'll go to jail. If you say, I'm sorry, I thought he felt threatened, they'll talk it out with you. But I know this from experience. The cop car in front of your door changes your neighborhood. And when that cop car in front of your door changes the neighborhood, it changes the reputation of your house. The second you call, everything's changed. So be careful. But I say call. Absolutely call. And you'll never do it again. But the other side of that is, why are you close enough for him to hit you? You're 24. You're earning a living. Split on this guy so he makes all the promises in the world and then carries through that he doesn't raise his hand to you ever again, even his voice. You should not be around there anymore. You should move on. You're 24 years old. What do you need from your dad at 24 that you go back into an abusive house? Don't go there.
Got an email from Grandma Becky in Puyallup. My 13-year-old granddaughter is constantly restricted from social media. She has been busted by her parents for going on all sorts of sites that are not appropriate. She is smart. She gets good grades. She plays sports and has good friends. Her parents took her phone away, and she only gets supervised computer time for homework, but she'll use other people's phones to sneak around online. We've talked to her about the risks, but she's not listening. What can we do to get it through to her?
All right. First of all, it seems like you did a little bit of what I would do, and that is taking her phone away. That's craziness these days. I would. You're not on the phone. I wish you were on the phone so I could answer this question a little bit better. I say bring all computers and things like that into the living room or into the kitchen, where your family gathers. That's such a dangerous time to be a girl 13 years old in 2015. There's 1,000 ways to be wrong and to have that be permanent. Like I was telling that young lady, the second the cops come to your yard, your reputation changes with the neighborhood. The second this goes wrong, it can go wrong forever. I don't know that a 13-year-old girl is going to thank you for what you're doing for her, but I will. And I would say carry this on and move all social media and computers, anything that would get her on social media, move that to a family-friendly area, like buy the TV or anything like that. And when she complains about, I can't do my homework, everybody's kind of noisy, just say too bad on that one. This is the way this is going to go for her. Now, we did this with my daughter, and I don't think she was even going to the websites that you're talking about. I think you got to protect this kid at all costs. If you don't want to be the cool grandparent, it's too late, because you got to go, oh my God, I don't want to be the not cool grandparent. My ex-wife and I used to fight about that all the time. Somebody's got to be the not cool parent here, and I want to be the cool parent. You do it. I know you're going to think this is really costing you, but it's the best thing you can do is protect this kid from herself and obviously from perverts on the web and on the media. So that's the thing. Here's my suggestion: move that computer out to a public area.
How do you tell her though? She's saying that she's sneaking online using other people's phones. Like you could go to the library and use it. How do they verbally explain to her that those people are creepy pants out there?
Well, I'll tell you, interestingly enough, when I got through to my kid was, I think, 10 or 11. When I said to her one day, because I was just so nervous, so I'm with you, Grandma Becky, I said, you're aware that all your friends in the anime chat rooms that say they're 13-year-old girls are really a 57-year-old man with no pants on in Wyoming. And she totally looked at me and she said, oh yeah, I know, there's perverts on that. I felt such a relief. So the best thing you can do to any teenager is talk to them. Is that going to catch? Is that going to take off? I don't really know. It did with my kids, and I think I think it really will. And nobody's going to lend your granddaughter a phone to go to ISIS.com, or I like sheep in my underwear.com. All the scary ones. A couple of my favorites, by the way. That's not going to be there because now they have a record of that on their phones. So she's not going anywhere too bad on a friend's phone. It's just not. Or if she is, she's not going there twice. You guys don't drive yourselves crazy. You're doing just about enough of this. You're protecting the kids, and that's what you got to do. Hey, that is all the time we have for Danny Bonaduce, Life Coach this morning. Life Coach brought to you by Goldberg Jones Divorce for Men. Call 1-800-DIVORCE.